Hi, I'm Barbara Rimkunis, and this is your Exeter History Minute. Consider the life and untimely death of Exeter's Brigadier General Enoch Poor, a Revolutionary War leader whose story took him from shipbuilding on Water Street to the battlefields of independence. He was born in 1736 in Andover, Massachusetts, and spent his youth training as a carpenter. He could have used his talents to become a skilled tradesman, but instead, at the age of 19, he joined the British Army and served in Nova Scotia during the French and Indian War. After his service, he returned to Andover just long enough to spirit his love, Martha Osgood, away in an elopement that may have been the reason he came to Exeter. In Exeter, he became a merchant and shipbuilder. He and Martha built a home on Water Street. Together, they had 2 daughters. As tensions between the American colonies and Britain increased in the 1770s, Poor began to resent the stranglehold on commerce and the taxes imposed by the British Parliament. He served in the Provincial Congress, which met in Exeter, and was chosen at the outset of hostilities to serve as a colonel. He was part of the forces that invaded Canada and was promoted to Brigadier General while at Saratoga, spent the winter at Valley Forge. He served on the Sullivan Expedition in New York State. It was during that miserable winter at Valley Forge that he first met Lafayette, although at first glance it might seem that the well-born French aristocrat and the humbly born New England shipbuilder had little in common. They had both served in the military at a young age, and both had runaway marriages, so there was more in common than one might expect. Together they would go on to fight in the searing heat of the Battle of Monmouth in New Jersey, during which both sides lost almost as many men to heat stroke as to the enemy. Poor died in New Jersey at the relatively young age of 44 of a fever. The circumstances of his death were not debated at the time, but a rumor began circulating that he died as the result of a duel. These rumors irritated those who'd known Poor. Dueling was illegal and would have marred Poor's memory. His aide-de-camp, Major Jeremiah Fogg, stated that he'd laid out the general's body and there was no sign of injury. Both General Washington and the Marquis de Lafayette attended his funeral in Hackensack, New Jersey. Poor's widow, Martha, continued to live in Exeter after his death. Their daughters married the sons of Poor's army buddy, Lieutenant Colonel Joseph Silly of Nottingham. In 1904, the New Jersey Society of the Sons of the American Revolution erected a full-size statue of Poor in Hackensack, where he's buried. The state of New Hampshire placed a marker on Newfields Road, the site of his shipyard, in 1979. It's a bit misleading, mentioning the duel story and giving the incorrect date of his death, but it recognizes Poor's contributions to the fight for independence, and that's something Exeter can be proud of. For more Revolutionary War information, check our website at www.exeterhistory.org.